So in this video, I'm going to show you 16 ways to turbocharge your Airbnb business. I guarantee that if you follow these steps, you're going to get more time, more money, more 5-star reviews, and more direct bookings. If you're new here, what's the crack? My name's Dave, and I manage 75 properties here in Belfast, doing over £4 million a year in bookings. And this channel exists to help you get started the right way, or in the case of this video, level up your hosting game. Now, before we get started, I'm going to assume here that your property is banging, your listing is set up perfectly, and you've got professional photos and everything set up just right. If it's not, then go away and do that first and then come back. And also don't worry about taking notes for all these things because I've got links for everything in the description. Okay, let's get into it. First off, we're looking at things that are going to save you time. And as we all know, and if you follow this channel, you'll know time is the most important thing. Time and freedom are the goal. Time, geographical and financial freedom. This is a massive time saving. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you will have heard about the power of ChatGPT. And if you're wondering whether you can or can't use it for your Airbnb business, you absolutely can. So let's just take a look at what ChatGPT can do for you. Okay, so let's dive into ChatGPT and see how it can help. I'm an Airbnb host. How can you help me improve my business? Okay, so there's multiple ways that ChatGPT is going to be able to help us with our business. It can review and enhance listing descriptions. It can work with SEO, give you titles and stuff for it. It can create automated messages for check-in, check-out, develop a comprehensive guidebook, pricing, help with reviews, create social media posts, data analysis. There's just so much stuff that ChatGPT unlocks. Whilst it's not the answer to everything, I find it's really useful to think of it as an assistant. It just gives you ideas. It just fires things off in your head that you think, aha, I can go down an avenue here and make real progress. So let's say, okay, create a template for a guest manual for my property. So welcome to property name, introduction, your contact information, your address, check-in, check-out times, house rules, interesting, no smoking, no pets, quiet hours, guests with for additional, safety information. All this stuff is just perfect. Oh, checkout. Let's see what it says for checkout. Is it going to come up with a million rules like we talk about in one of our other videos? Ensure all dishes are put away, dispose of trash, ensure windows and doors are locked, return keys to the lockbox. Normal. Can't argue with ChatGPT. It's us humans that get in the way and make these things so bad for guests. You can see here, this is just a really good prompt. You can go down the rabbit hole getting it to do absolutely everything for you. But look at how quickly that's printed that out or created that. And that'll be so easy to either have digitally or to print out. Okay, so moving on to the next biggest time saver that you can get in your Airbnb business. And you might have already got this, but it's a channel manager. The channel managers all come in various shapes and sizes. They all do pretty much the same thing. It's a one-stop shop where your listing is added to it, property is added to it. You control your information on there once and it pushes everything out into all the different booking sites. So it connects you up to so many different sites. Everything is updated automatically so that you don't have to worry about logging into different booking sites every time to change things. Now, the one we use is a Vivo. It's probably not the one I would choose again if I was starting over, but the thought of changing with 75 properties and thousands of bookings already in our diary just gives me the shivers. But if I was starting again, I would probably use this one, Guesty. This does everything that you would expect a channel manager to do. It's a CRM, it's an inbox, a calendar, it takes payments there as well. It's actually introducing AI now as well, which is just crazy. But again, they're keeping up with the times. But the thing that I love the most is the guest communication services. So they will take on all of the communication between you and your guests. Like, it's 24/7, like it's crazy. In terms of pricing, they have different models based on the size of your portfolio. 1 to 3 listings is coming in at $24 per month. But honestly, if you don't have a channel manager, you absolutely have to get one. And if you're thinking about which one to choose, I'd choose this one. Now, you're starting to see here in these time-saving tips, the key is leverage. You're either leveraging tech in the form of ChatGPT or Guesty or any other channel manager, or you can leverage other people. And one of the best places to find people to help you out on your journey of your Airbnb business is Upwork or Fiverr or any of the sites that are like that. These sites are filled with freelancers who specialize in literally everything under the sun. Any task that you need done that can be done digitally, you will find someone to do it on there. And you basically just buy your time. You can buy double or triple your time to just quantifiably, it's massively improve your output. Now, Fiverr is probably the cheapest one. I found Upwork to be the best in my opinion. There's just more professionalism in there. There's a bit more quality as well. But what can you use Upwork for? Well, check this out. So if we do a search for a virtual assistant for Airbnb, look what comes up. I mean, I don't even know how many search results are here, but there are dozens, scores, maybe even hundreds of people who are willing to provide their time to help you with your Airbnb business as a virtual assistant. £7 an hour. £8 an hour. Sorry, these are in dollars. Like, look at the SEO Airbnb ranking. You will get listing and content creation on Airbnb. Like, there's people here who are just here to take annoying jobs that you don't like doing off your plate. They're more than willing to do it for something as small as $35, $32. Like, it is insane the amount of extra jobs that you know are on your list, but you never get around to doing them just because you're procrastinating and you don't really like doing them. There are people on here who just love that stuff and will eat it up. Now, what are you going to do with all that extra time? And the good thing about Upwork, you can see people's reviews, 95% job success. This guy's earned $30,000 plus from being an Airbnb co-host and just taking jobs away from a busy host who has better things to do. And the last time saving thing is a little bit left field, and it's having a strong vetting procedure, because the worst thing and the thing that's going to take up the most time is if you get guests into your property and you're going to need to kick them out for whatever reason. They've trashed the place, they've had a big party, they've set fire to it, they've done something that's annoyed your neighbors, and you're going to have to try and get them out. There's nothing more stressful, more urgent, and more horrible in this business than trying to get guests out of your property when they don't want to leave. So having a strong vetting procedure is the way to do this. You stop those bad bookings before they even get a chance to get in. And how do you do that? Well, you can click the link below and you can get my foolproof vetting procedure that I use across our portfolio of 75 properties. Now, another way to protect your property, again, it's a wee bit last minute because these guests are already in-house, but if you need some proof to get rid of some people, or if you just want peace of mind that the guests that are in your property are nice and not having a party, check this out. This piece of tech sits on your roof, looks just like a smoke alarm, but look what it does. Noise and occupancy monitoring, so it knows if the noise in the property gets too high or if more people are in there than there should be. It detects whether people are smoking in the property. It's mad, and it's all connected up to your phone, and you're going to get notifications as well. So if you're needing to get people out, this is the best way to do that. But again, that's the last resort. First thing you want to do is make sure these bad people don't get in the first place. Okay, so now we've covered some things that are going to save you a load of time, and again, that's the most important thing. Extra money is nice as well. So let's dive into this. Here's some ways where you're gonna use your Airbnb business to generate more money. Now, we saw how ChatGPT can create a guidebook for you, and that's brilliant, and it really is, and you should do it. If you wanna know another way where you can use a guidebook from another company to actually earn money from, well then check this out. So Hostfully is not only a channel manager, but it also provides digital guidebooks. Now, these are different to the printed out one, obviously, because you can send the link and people can see it before they even arrive, which is another nice touch. It also means it can be updated instantly and be just live across everyone else who's either already coming or is yet to arrive in your property. Everything's up to date. But the bit that I love most about the Hostfully guidebooks is this. You can click the link below to see everything that the guidebooks do, but check this out. You can get referral revenue. So basically, if you link up all the different tours and things that are in your area, and if a guest is using your guidebook and ends up booking the tour from there via Viator, you can earn 8% of all bookings that come through there. So if a guest is coming to stay in your place, they're gonna be booking these tours anyway. Why not you earn a few quid from them? And it's proper passive income because you literally don't have to do anything once you set it up and link this on your guidebook, and it goes out to every single guest. They're gonna find these things themselves. And the next way to earn a few extra quid is from upsells of guests that are either already in your property or who are coming to stay. Now, you'll see Hostfully offer this as well in their guidebook for upsell services for things like upgrades, additional services, early check-ins, mid-stay cleaning, airport pickups, in-home chef, and more. Now, this is great, and if you want to use Hostfully, you can do it all there, but you don't need to be using Hostfully to be getting these upsells. Guests are always going to ask for more than what you offer, and it makes sense that if you're going out of your way to do something, that you should be reimbursed for that time. The easiest one that you can upsell is late checkouts. So if your normal checkout time is 10 or 12, whatever it is, and a guest, which they often do, ask to stay later, it costs you absolutely nothing, but you can say, yeah, if you want to stay a bit longer, it's going to be £10 an hour or £40 for the entire day. And it's just a way to get a few more pounds, a few more dollars out of each guest that comes, and it's pure profit because none of it goes to Airbnb. And sticking with the referral aspect of things, think about how many guests you have coming through your doors on a monthly or a yearly basis. How many is it? 50, 100, in our case 15,000. Think about the power that you have for those guests. A recommendation from you goes a long way to a guest who's never been to your area but wants to get a recommendation from a local. You could tell them to go anywhere and they probably will, and that is valuable. So how about reaching out to bars, restaurants, tours, whatever is happening in your area? Go to the best ones, the ones that you think you will be happy to send guests to, and negotiate a deal. You tell them, I've got 100 guests a week or 100 guests a month coming. I'm going to send every single one of them to you. How much are you going to pay me for that? Now imagine you set up that deal deal with the 5 best tours, the 5 best restaurants, the 5 best coffee shops, how much is that going to add up to every month for you? Now, these are cool and all, but the biggest thing that's going to have the biggest impact on your bottom line, well, top line and bottom line, is number one, having the right property in the right location that's going to be able to generate you the highest rates. So how do we find that out? Use a site like Airbnb before you get started or before you start on your next property to see what exactly are you likely to earn from that property in that location. Airbnb gives you things like a competitive market research score of how good the area is in terms of like a town or a city. It gives you projected revenue of what it thinks a property like yours will make, and you have to tell it whether it's a 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed, a house, apartment, whatever, all that stuff. It is accurate and it's just so thorough, so detailed. Like if you're thinking about getting a new property, you would be mad not to use this system. And the second biggest thing that's going to have the biggest impact on your top and bottom line is your rate pricing software. So if you don't have one, you absolutely have to get one. Yes, you can manage these things yourself. Yes, there is a cost for these, but it's an investment. The return on that investment is astronomical. I ran my business for years and years without any rate pricing software. I don't count Airbnb's dynamic pricing as one because that's a complete scam and they just make your prices the lowest they can get it across all the different sites so that guests find them and book on Airbnb. So that's a scam, never use that. But things like Wheelhouse, Price Labs, and Beyond Pricing, they are legit. They exist to make you more money. And think about it, if it didn't make you more money, no one would pay for their services. They absolutely work. We plugged ours in during COVID and the increase in our rates was phenomenal. And one of the key things to think about is this. Us as hosts are very good at spotting gaps in our calendar and we know when we need to reduce the prices down. But what we often overlook is when there's a period of really super high demand that we haven't seen. A booking will come in and we might not even notice until the day before those guests arrive that, oh my God, Taylor Swift was playing or some massive event was happening and we've sold it for like our average rock bottom price. There's nothing more frustrating than that. The beauty of these systems is that it scrapes the data from all the different sites and updates your rates based on demand and supply. Now, no human could do that. Okay, now we've got more time and we've got more money. Let's get some better reviews. Now again, should be doing everything you can to offer great customer service anyway. And if you're not, you can watch this video about the 5 best ways to guarantee a 5-star review. However, if you're doing everything right, and you just need more reviews or some better ones, check this out. So if you're focused on 5-star reviews and or TripAdvisor or any other different booking site and the guests just aren't leaving them quickly enough or leaving those 5-star reviews, try this. In your checkout email, say to the guests, thank you very much for staying. I hope you've had a great stay. I'd like to enter you into our competition. If you leave us a 5-star review and send us a screenshot of that, we're going to enter you into a draw to win a £100 Amazon gift card or something, 100 quid for something. Now, if there's any guests who aren't thinking about leaving a review, that is a rocket up the ass that's going to make them get straight on there, 5-star review, send you the screenshot. Who doesn't want 100 quid? Now, next up, and one of the things that guests get frustrated at and tend to leave negative reviews for is when things get a little complicated. And again, if you want to watch a video about things that guests absolutely hate, watch this video. But one of the things that's going to save time, should have put this in the other one, but also get happier guests because things are going to be just more straightforward, less friction, less frustration, is using video to show how things work. Now you can link these into your guidebook, to your check-in emails, to your confirmation emails, all over the place. You can just have a little link that says how to check in. And when someone clicks it, it's going to be a video showing where the lockbox is, how to open the lockbox, where to park, what way the key turns, all this sort of stuff that guests, if they don't speak English and they can't read your email or you don't want to speak to them on the phone when they arrive, you can show them a video and everyone's going to figure out what it is and how they do it. Now, if you've used ChatGPT or if you don't want to use Hostfully, but you do want that guidebook to be just looking, ooh, well, use Canva. This website, it just does everything better than you can. I remember back in the day, we used to use Microsoft Paint. Oh, how times have changed. So let's log into Canva here and we want to make an Airbnb welcome guide. Look at it. Almost 55,000 templates of how to do this. There is definitely something in there that's going to suit your style, your property, that you're going to be able to just tweak and make it your own. And you're going to be able to have it digitally or print it out. It's going to look beautiful. Guests are going to know how to use everything. Everything's going to be brilliant and you're going to get far more 5-star reviews. Now, the last one to get better reviews is, picture this. We've all as hosts walked into a property after guests have left and we've smelt something really bad. Either someone's been smoking in the property or there's real strong smells of certain foods and you just can't get the smell out. No matter how many doors and windows you open, that smell is lingering. And you're panicking because your next set of guests are on the way and you just know they're gonna walk in and the first impression is not gonna be great. But there is an answer, and it's this. This little box will absolutely eliminate any smell whatsoever in your property. Yes, it's expensive, but that is money well spent. If you don't believe me, just go on, click the link, read the reviews. You're gonna end up getting one of these for your own property if you don't get one for your own house. Okay, now we've got more time, more money, better reviews. How do we get more direct bookings? So first of all, I would just want to pay tribute to the absolute king of direct bookings, Mark Simpson at Boostly. He is the guy. So if you want to get a million ways to get these direct bookings, click the link and get his book, and it is totally worth it. But I just want to share one that I learned from him whenever I heard him talk in London, and I just thought it was genius. So when a guest books and you send a confirmation email, you have it in your confirmation email where it says check-in time. Instead of just saying 2 p.m. or 3 p.m, you say, if you have booked through an OTA like Booking.com, Airbnb, whatever else, your check-in time is 3. However, if you're a direct booking, you can check in from 12. If you'd like to know more about this or discuss this, send us an email. Now, any guest who gets that is going to read that and say,
why is it different for a direct booking to not? I want to check in at that time.
You say, well, you know, if you actually book direct, not only can you check in earlier, but you're going to get a discount as well. Sold. And that's a genius way of getting guests to come to you to say, I want to convert from Booking.com to you direct. Another way to get more direct bookings is to create social media profiles for your property. Not you, the host, your property. The business name is on the name. Use those profiles to join local business pages, local community pages, tourism pages, and just browse them through them every day. I guarantee on a daily basis, there will be at least a couple of posts from people asking, got someone coming to stay in this place? Does anyone know any accommodation? Or I need help. Where's the best places to go in this area? And you can just reply with your business name. People are going to see that it's overnight accommodation. Or if people are asking for somewhere to stay, you can just say, here's a link to our website. Go and book direct. We're the cheapest in town. We're the best in town. We have got so many direct bookings using that method because not only did the person who's asked the question then see your profile and you're going to get more followers and more direct bookings, but everyone else who's in that little Facebook page or community page are also going to see your response and they're going to be interested as well, and your brand is just going to grow. And soon you're going to have people who are recommending you even if you haven't seen the post. And lastly, this is a little trick, a little hack that I've done with other businesses in Belfast. Approach a restaurant or a tour company or an attraction of something that has a large following in a complementary tourism niche to you and offer them a deal. Say, listen, I'm willing to give you 1 night free in my accommodation that you can offer out to your followers as a competition prize, and in return I want the same value back that I can offer to my guests for your restaurant, tour, attraction. So this is how it plays out. You then go to your mailing list, to your followers on social media and say, hi, I'm giving away £100 worth of spend in this restaurant or at this attraction. Enter the competition, like and share it with all your friends, and your brand reach grows. The other business is then able to say, they run a competition to their mailing list, to all their followers to say, enter this competition to win a free night stay at your lovely accommodation. Everyone's going to be liking and sharing that, and your brand reach is just going to grow even more. Now, you haven't lost any money, the other business hasn't lost any money, but you've generated so much extra followers, extra buzz around your business and theirs. In the hospitality industry, we're all in this together. We're brothers and sisters. We need to be working together to lift up our area and benefit us all. So I hope you like this video. I had 16 tips. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I hope you like it. If you've got any other ones, leave them in the comments. Now, I started this video by talking about time, and if you want to really value your time as much as I feel that you should, you need to watch this video next. It's about how to stop Airbnb taking over your life. Watch that and I'll see you next time.